Have you ever stumbled upon something that changed your life forever? Our tale begins with Emily, an everyday woman with an extraordinary love for antique treasures. One day, while navigating the labyrinthine streets of a bustling city, Emily discovered a curio shop. Not an average store, but a peculiar one, tucked away in a cobblestone alley like a forgotten secret. Amidst an array of antiquated trinkets and time-worn artifacts, a gleaming hourglass caught her eye. It was no ordinary hourglass, but an antique piece that exuded a strange allure. Emily, intrigued by its ethereal beauty, made an impulsive purchase. She thought it would be a unique addition to her collection, little knowing the hourglass was more than just a relic of the past. It was a silent messenger from another realm, a bridge between two worlds. And so, the antique hourglass, a silent messenger from another realm, found its new home in Emily's living room. Unbeknownst to Emily, the hourglass was not an ordinary antique. Its presence in her living room brought an ethereal serenity, as though the air itself held its breath in reverence. The antique was more than an elegant ornament. It was an enigma, a silent sentinel, a magic hourglass imbued with a mystical allure that beckoned the curious and the brave. As the evening light played upon the hourglass, it seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly glow. The grains of sand within its delicate confines were not merely particles. They were whispers of a forgotten world. Each grain was a secret, a fragment of a tale spun in the loom of time, waiting to be unraveled. The hourglass was a silent messenger from another realm, a realm that supposedly never existed. The sand within it held the echoes of a time lost in the mists of oblivion, a testament to a civilization that had vanished without a trace. It was a chronicle of a society that defied the norms of reality, a society that had dared to dream, to create, and ultimately, to perish. As Emily passed her days in the company of the hourglass, she unknowingly became a part of its narrative. It was as though a chord had been struck, a connection forged between her and the forgotten world. The hourglass was no longer a mere object, it was a bridge, a conduit between the mundane and the magical, between the known and the unknown. The antique hourglass was a silent sentinel, holding within its glass confines a forgotten world. Its sands whispered tales of lost civilizations, of dreams woven into reality, of utopias that had crumbled into dust. Emily, a woman of the present, was now a part of this timeless narrative, an unwitting participant in a saga that transcended the bounds of reality and fantasy. Little did Emily know, she had just opened a portal to a tale of lost civilizations and untold mysteries. As the sands of time flowed within the hourglass, Emily found herself at the threshold of an extraordinary journey, one that would take her beyond the confines of her living room and into the heart of a world forgotten by time itself. One night, Emily's living room transformed into a serene dreamscape. Suddenly, she found herself standing in the heart of a society that defied the constraints of her understanding. As if the walls of her home had dissolved into thin air, she was now amidst a civilization suspended in time, a utopia nestled between reality and dreams. The people moved with an otherworldly grace, their clothing adorned with patterns that flowed and shimmered like liquid light. They seemed to exist in perfect harmony with their surroundings, their movements as natural and rhythmic as the ebb and flow of the sea. Emily watched in awe as they interacted, their expressions reflecting a deep sense of peace and contentment. Around her, towering structures of iridescent crystal stretched toward the sky, their surfaces reflecting a myriad of colors that painted the cityscape. It was a sight that would make any artist's palette seem dull in comparison. The buildings seemed to pulse with a life of their own, their glow soft and inviting, like the first rays of dawn breaking through a night sky. Emily could hear a hum, a melody so enchanting that it stirred her very soul. It was a song unheard by human ears for centuries, a symphony of sound that seemed to resonate from the very heart of this fantastical city. It was as if the city itself was singing, its voice echoing through the crystal structures carried by the wind and absorbed into the fabric of this ethereal world. As Emily walked through this city of dreams, she could sense the pulsating energy of life around her. The air was filled with an intoxicating aroma, a unique blend of scents that was both comforting and unfamiliar. The people of this realm, their eyes filled with wisdom and kindness, welcomed her with open arms, their smiles as radiant as the city they called home. Yet, beneath the surface of tranquility, Emily felt the echoes of a hidden dystopia. There was a certain heaviness in the air, a subtle undercurrent of unease that seemed to contradict the surreal beauty of this utopian city. As she ventured further into this mesmerizing realm, she was about to uncover the secrets that lay hidden beneath its serene facade. With each turn of the hourglass, Emily delved deeper into the mysteries of this parallel society. A world, both beautiful and haunting, unfolded before her, a spectacle that seemed to defy the very laws of reality. The utopia she had first stumbled upon was not all that it seemed. Beneath the iridescent crystal towers and the serene grace of its people, Emily unearthed a chilling secret. The society was not merely a utopia, it was a dystopia, burdened by the weight of forgotten secrets. It was a civilization suspended in time, held hostage by the ticking of the hourglass. As Emily ventured further into this realm, she discovered fragments of an ancient prophecy. It was a tale as old as the sands within her hourglass, foretelling the end of this idyllic era. The prophecy spoke of a time when the liquid light patterns on the inhabitants' clothing would fade and the crystal towers would crumble into dust. It was a prophecy that echoed the impermanence of their utopian existence. Yet, even amidst the looming prophecy of doom, the inhabitants moved with an air of serene acceptance. Emily found herself drawn to their stories, their hopes, and their fears. They shared tales of their ancestors, the forgotten world they hailed from, and the prophecy that hung over their heads like a sword of Damocles. These interactions, these connections, were more than just exchanges of words. They were the threads that tied Emily to this parallel society. She was no longer just an observer, she had become a part of their world. The hourglass, once a simple artifact, had become a bridge between two worlds. It was a silent messenger, a bearer of forgotten histories and untold mysteries. The sands within whispered tales of a civilization that had seamlessly woven reality into the fabric of dreams. Emily, an ordinary woman turned unwitting time traveler, found herself at the epicenter of a tale that transcended the boundaries of reality and imagination. The hourglass, once a simple artifact, had become a bridge between two worlds. Haunted by the beauty and fragility of the dystopian society, Emily faced a choice. A choice that would shape not only her destiny, but also the fate of an entire realm hidden within a simple hourglass. A choice that was as delicate and fleeting as the grains of sand slipping through the narrow waist of her antique purchase. Emily's heart wavered between two paths. The first was to remain a silent observer, a spectator to the ethereal ballet of a society living on borrowed time. To continue to watch from the sidelines as the people moved with grace, their clothing rippling like liquid light, their lives framed by the towering, iridescent crystal structures that stretched towards the sky. To continue to listen to the whispers of the hourglass, the silent communicator, as it unveiled the lost history of a people who had seamlessly woven their reality into the fabric of dreams. The second path was more daunting. It called for Emily to step into the unknown, to confront the enigmatic forces that threatened the existence of this utopia nestled between reality and dreams. It urged her to unravel the ancient prophecy that foretold the end of their idyllic era. This was not a decision to be taken lightly, for it bore the weight of a world. A world that had been forgotten by time, yet remembered by an ordinary woman who had accidentally stumbled into an extraordinary journey. Emily found herself standing at the edge of a precipice, her heart pounding with the gravity of her impending decision. As she turned the hourglass, its warm glow illuminating her thoughtful face, Emily realized that her antique purchase had become more than a mere relic. It had become a bridge between two worlds, a vessel for stories untold. It had become a beacon of hope for a society grappling with the impermanence of their existence. The sands of time within the antique hourglass held the destiny of a forgotten world, and Emily found herself at the epicenter of a tale that transcended reality. A tale that was waiting for Emily to shape its ending, waiting for her to make her choice. As the hourglass continued to whisper its secrets, Emily embraced her unexpected journey. She made a choice, a decision fueled by curiosity and a newfound sense of purpose. She was no longer just Emily, the woman with a penchant for antiques. Now she was Emily, the inadvertent time traveler, the explorer of a forgotten world. With each grain of sand that slipped through the hourglass, she delved deeper into the mysteries of this parallel society. She sought to understand, to unravel the threads of a history lost in time. She walked the fine line between reality and dreams, between what was and what could be. This journey transformed her, morphed her perspective of the world and herself. The hourglass, once a mere trinket in a curio shop, had become a bridge between two realms, a silent communicator of a history untold. The antique purchase, once a mere relic, had become a vessel for stories untold, a captivating tale that seamlessly blended the ordinary with the extraordinary.